Today is Monday, May 22nd, 2017. Over the weekend, we had two members of Cheeky Parade suddenly announce their departure. So I'll be going over some of my opinions about that, and what I think it means for Cheeky Parade, the group. So let's start the show. This is Idol Talk with DLJ. So first off, this is terrible news for Cheeky Parade and Cheeky Parade fans. The announcement was sudden, and presumably it comes out of left field, and now it leaves the group at a weird state with only 5 members. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think this is something that just all of a sudden occurred overnight. I feel like there's always going to be evidence leading up to the fact, and I think the biggest piece of evidence was Maria and Marin leaving last year to go quote-unquote study abroad. Which, if you remember at the time, I said I didn't believe it was a temporary hiatus. I was very skeptical about the two coming back to the group after a couple years away. And now, with the departure of Kodakari and Mizorogi, I'm even more skeptical. I think what this is signifying is the end of Cheeky Parade, or at least the end of Cheeky Parade in its original form. So originally, they cushioned the blow by saying that the two original members would be coming back. And now they wait a year and let people get used to that thought, and before announcing that 2 members are straight up leaving. Now, I don't know the situation of the 5 remaining members, but you have to believe that each of them must be at least thinking about their next adventure in life. People have to constantly grow and be challenged, and if you can't clearly see what the next stepping stone is, sometimes you have to make decisions so that you do have a new path. I've always found it weird how people who aren't into idols question the term graduation. When I was into Morning Musume, I remember explaining it to people and them thinking how absurd of a concept that was. But really, what is a graduation? When you graduated from high school or from college, it was a symbol that you had completed that portion of your life and was ready to move on to the next. Now, minus the diploma, idol graduations are the same thing. They've learned all they could about that particular field and have to make a decision whether to keep pursuing it or move on. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the average idol career is about 3 to 5 years, the same as your period of high school or college. And if you look back, Cheeky Parade formed 2012. What year is it now? 2017. That's 4 or 5 years, depending on which member you're looking at. And I can tell you, from my opinion, Kodakari and Mizorogi were probably not seeing a future in being idols. There's a difference when you're the star of the show versus being role players on a team. Does it mean that they don't care about the group or the other members? No, but most likely they want to find something more fulfilling on an individual level. Now the big question for me is, what is in store for the future of Cheeky Parade? Can they continue on as a 5-person group? Personally, I think not. So then the next question is, will Maria and Marin come back? Again, I think no. Because at this point, if they come back, they're not coming back to the original Cheeky Parade. Had Momoka and Seran not left, I could find that plausible. The 2 members go on hiatus, the group holds the fort down, and they come back and everybody's happy again. But now permanently there will be 2 people missing. So now it's up to Avex to decide whether they try to inject another couple members to reinvigorate the lifespan of Cheeky Parade, or whether they just keep it the way it is now and let it run its course. Which, again, this is just my opinion. I think eventually their days are numbered. But we could talk about that at a different time. This has been Idol Talk with DLJ. Thanks for listening.